Go ahead. Tell me what we're doing.
Put a fuel pump on it. New compressor or old new to me compressors. Plugs, wires.
You gotta look at the camera. Look at the camera.
I'll look at the camera.
Talk to YouTube. It's right there. Why? It's just YouTube. Oh.
Now you got to delete it.
All right, so we're back on Jeff's truck today. What year model is it?
2000.
2000 S10. This is Hunter's old truck. We're gonna put a fuel pump in it because we've been having to crank it with ether. Once you crank it, it'll start and run. We're gonna put two new 480, well, not new, but new Vire 480s on it today. We're gonna put an air tank up under there somewhere. I'm not sure yet. First thing I know we're gonna do is fuel pump, plugs, and wires. See if we can make it run right. Hey, Jeff, Lou. It was kind of a challenge just even getting around here yesterday. Me and Dan thought we burned it to the ground in the yard. Something shorted under the hood and made a smoke show. So we got to figure out what that was. And I was actually on the phone with Jeff when this happened. I was like, hold on, your truck's on fire. I'll call you back. Click, and hung up on him. And so I left him in suspense for like 10 minutes trying to. Was you nervous?
Yeah. Very good.
All right, we're going to get started. All right, so bed's off. Whoa. First things first though, let's put a fuel pump in this guy. See if we make it crank. Check this thing out. It's got a 2-link on it with rear cantilever bars. Put a shackle at the back. Is it what you expected, sir?
Close.
Oh, and a mini notch. It doesn't even have a full big notch, so it's probably gonna get one of those with a hole in the bed.
Oh yeah.
Oh, she's humming. See if it crank. That was clearly the issue. Good deal. See, Jeff come along at a good time. Jeff come along because we already knew that to get the spark plugs out of an S10, you go through the fender well. Dan learned this for us. Dan tried to put spark plugs in his old Blazer and tried to do it from the top and found out real fast that that's not how you do it. So I'm gonna go ahead and put the plugs in this guy. God, what's wrong with this gimbal? Put some plugs in this guy and new plug wires, and it already runs better with a fuel pump, so it can't be nothing but like farther ahead of the game. Oh, you naughty boy. You naughty boy.
It looked like he was getting a little excited there.
It is. You see it?
Naughty.
Jeff, what are you doing there, buddy?
I knew something was going to happen. There's a clip on there. It's going to be fun to get to.
Remember a while ago when he hit me in the nuts?
Oh.
All right, so Jeff is over here putting sway bar end links on it. Me and Dan's back here mounting some compressors. Y'all saw the video where I bought the blue. Oh, whoa! I dropped my phone. Where I bought the blue S10 a couple weeks ago. Got some Vire 480s with it. Gonna hook Jeff up with those. We're doing super simple bolting to the outside the frame. Simple as it gets. And then when he decides to redo all the suspension, be real easy to remount. All right, so if y'all remember this valve block, this is when we redone Brandon Yon's truck. Rance gave us that. but it leaked really bad. So what do? Get another one just like it. This one's actually new. Noel Williamson hooked Jeff up with this one. So we actually had some brand new fittings in this one. We just swapped them over to here so that we can get this mounted and plumbed, and hopefully it'll have its own air management. We also decided to leave the air tank in the bed because we're going to redo all this eventually, and we're going to mount them under the bed in. But we got a new air tank right here. It's identical to this one, so we're going to use that one there. That one come from Dawson. Say thanks, Dawson.
Thanks, Dawson. And no, appreciate y'all.
Yeah, so we're getting there. Slide around there with you. So, I don't know what Jeff's doing in there. What are you doing, Jeff?
Being nervous.
Being nervous. He's plumbing the valve block. Me and Dan are tearing the front end down. We're going to put lower ball joints in this truck on both sides and brakes. The brake rotors look pretty rough. Not pretty, they are rough. So we're going to put brakes in it, lower ball joints, and he already changed the tie rod in, or the sway bar end links. I'm going to check all the steering. But the lower ball joint boots are busted, and they got a bunch of play. So we're going to change those guys. All right, so lunchtime. Got a couple of Lolos out.
Yeah, that's broke.
Things work. It's running like crap.
Are you recording?
I went and ate lunch, and now we're all fat and full. And Chandler showed up, finished all his detail jobs for today, and we're putting ball joints in now. I think that dude was about shot too. Oh well, another one to the collection. All right, Pop showed up to help us. By help us, I mean talk trash to us. We put some lower ball joints in this thing. Like I say, Jeff put sway bar end link on it. Don't do this, people. Dan.
You the last one worked on that side.
So we finna put the spindle back on. Jeff bought new rotors and pads, and I don't know what all else is in there, but new shocks for the back. Him and Brandon's working on getting the old shocks out, and apparently the studs are spinning, so they're trying to weld those to the brackets so they can get the nuts off. Still clicking. All right, so winding the day up. Chandler, Dawson, Dan, Jeff still here. Brandon had to leave. We got new brake rotors. We done some clearance work on the bags. We got temporary air system wired up. Everything's permanent except the air tank. We're gonna put it back on, put it back in the bed. Dawson hooked Jeff up with a new air tank just like the one he already had. Came in and there was a bunch of slop in all these bushings on the back, and we're gonna redo this rear setup eventually. But right now we just filled up all the slop because the bushings were like all the way out here, a bunch of slop. So they just done that. Put some new shocks on it. We got the new valve block wired up. And I think Jeff's finally gonna get to drive it for the first time here in just a minute. You excited, Jeff? You don't look excited.
I don't know.
That's cross-threaded.
Be alright. It'll hold.
He said that's the last time they got to come off for a while. So.
Jeff's getting that new frame.
Yeah.
Got the air tank strapped on. Jeff about to go riding. You happy?
If I can get in.
If I can get in. And they don't have a third brake light, so we take that guy up. Keep a little rain out.
About the brakes.
Pump them up when you get in there. Let's get get his lift. Hey, get that lift arm out outside. Hey, somebody roll his window down there on the passenger side. Oh, there ain't no crank on it? It's dirty, man. You just got him flopping, got wire flopping out the door while he's riding down the road. Hey, if you break down, don't call us. Turn your compressors on too. You find my toggle switch in here. Everything's black. I can't see nothing. Looked a lot better when we first picked it up. It was all one piece. So it looked a lot better when we picked it up on the trailer. It was all in one piece in. Well, test drive went successful, I guess. He's back. And done with that one. Start on this one. Yes, sir. All right.
I don't think it's welded in there. I think it's welded at the bottom right now.
Tailgate's welded shut, Dan.
There was just water leaking out the back. Bare metal.
So Dawson has a swimming pool. He done the hot tub jacuzzi mod to his Toyota Tacoma.
Just like the old truck cirrhosis, ain't it?
Yeah.
It's gonna have to come out to the center of the bed.
Well,
So we ain't gonna pick that junk up.
Yeah.
I bet we will pick it up. Let's go.
To rattle somewhere.
Dawson, your jacuzzi busted.
damn it.
Can't have nothing.
Hey, it's drying up quick though.
Hey, the dog's like, let me get in on that.
Hey,
Whoa.
Look at it.
What is it?
I noticed something a while ago. If we go lower,
Right there.
Yeah, radio's gonna have to go up.
How do you raise the radiator up when you're going to move the body down 6 inches? Time for a mini radiator. Tell him, just like everything in your life, mini. Hey, this dog is tripping out over this water over here. Check her out. All right, y'all. We're cold.
Very cool.
Been out here all day. The rest of the guys over there at the shop still working on Dawson's Toyota. It is a Toyota. Yeah, Tacoma. So, y'all see the truck? It looks worse than it did when we started, but it's actually a lot farther along.
And it doesn't lay out as much as it did whenever we first started.
Yeah, he bought some stock replacement shocks, and they're too long. But we'll work on it again another weekend, get a little closer. We did just put shorter cups in the front. I don't know if the front was lower now than what it was, but it definitely doesn't get as much lift. So I'm gonna put some 2,600-pound bags in the front. It's got 25s. They dry rotted. So got to buy new ones. We're gonna put some 26s in it. Get all the lift. Compressors work. The zip ties on the drive shaft made a bunch of noise when he drove it, so that worked. All right, anything you want to say? There you go. Say it.
That's it. Appreciate everybody's help. Definitely couldn't do it by myself.
Got to get some headlights. What else?
Headlights, shocks, bags, step notch.
Step notch. Step notch.
Step notch. And
Interior,
seats.
an entire interior. And we'll be in there. Mike can drive it home this time next year. All right. Appreciate y'all watching. Yeah, it'll still be 4 minutes. Appreciate y'all watching. Y'all come back for the next one.